ඒ පැත්තේ ඉඳලා මේ පැත්තට එනකොට මිත්‍රෝනි සාමාන්‍ය മന്ത്രിවරයෙකුට ලක්ෂ 400ක් විතර ගෙව්වා. අපිට කිසි දැන්වලදී නම්‍යශීලී භාවයක් ඇති කරගන්න තියෙනවා.
ඒකට අවංක පිළිතුරක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් නම් අපිට ඊට වඩා ගෞ ගානක් පිළියට යන්න පුළුවන්.
Well, it's the 19th of October 2012. We're 3 hours away from the weekend. I'm Sonali Wanigabaduge.
A very good evening. I'm Shane Silva.
We start off with a look at tonight's headlines.
1 person killed and 5 others injured in a wasp attack in Hatton. President orders removal of all private constructions within national parks. UNP parliamentarians who attended Fonseca's rally suspended from the party. And Minister Rambukwala says anyone under house arrest can operate a non-governmental organization.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa has ordered the relevant authorities to immediately remove all private constructions in national reserves.
The presidential media unit states that the president issued this order at the Hambantota District Development Coordination Committee meeting held at the Magam Ruhunupura Administrative Building Complex in Hambantota. The president has also ordered the Director General of Wildlife to remove all permanent and temporary tourist camps erected by private institutions within the Yala Wildlife Reserve by tomorrow.
අධිකරු ජනාධිපතිතුමනි මේ 2008 වර්ෂයේ ඉඳලා තමයි ඔක දීලා තියෙන්නේ සමාගම් 3කට දීලා තියෙනවා తాවකාලික කඳුරුබිම් පිටවන්න. ඒ අය දිගටම කරගෙන යනවා. ඒ නිසා ඒ සංචාරක සේවිත ආදායමකුත් එනවා. ජනාධිපතිතුමා ඔගේ ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ 2008 දීලා තියෙන්නේ ආයතන 3කට. ඔව්. හැබැයි ආයතන 3 බුකින් වෙන්නේ කොහොමත් පිටරටින්. ඉතින් රටට කිසිම ආදායමක් කොහොමත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ගමේ අයට ඉස්සර නම් ගමේ අයට අර සෆාරි ජීප් එක හරි රෙන්ට් කරා දැන් ඒකත් නැහැ. ඔව්. හැබැයි දැන් මේ ටෙම්පරරි දීපු එක ඒ අය පර්මනන්ට් ගොඩනැගිලි හදලා. ටිකරු ජනාධිපතිතුමනි කලින් එහෙම දීලා තියෙනවා. නමුත් අපි ඊයේ පෙර දෙක නැවැත්තුවා නවත්තලා తాවකාලිකව දවස් 3කට විතරක් ටෙම්පරරි වාම මේ පර්මනන්ට්ලි හදපු ඒවා කඩන්න.
In other local stories, views were expressed at today's cabinet media briefing whether the government would pardon Kumaranathan Padmanathan alias KP, who is accused of terrorism charges.
At a time when we are dealing with the whole world, we need to be flexible at times. Views have been expressed that we must act in a humane and civilized manner in this matter. The question is to whether we should forget all that. The government is of the stance that if there is room provided in the law to look at the broader picture in order to ensure social justice, then we would look at that option. That is what is happening at present. We have acted based on reports that he has submitted. These have provided some measures of success. What I am saying is my side of the story. I am clearly saying that we are continuing to use him as a state witness. No, we have not pardoned him yet. By who? Can't go on to operate an NGO? He is not in prison. He is under house arrest. Why not? No, we are the ones who permit NGOs.
Meanwhile, journalists also questioned Minister Maithripala Sirisena, who arrived at this media briefing regarding a relative who was remanded recently.
There are characters like this in any family. As soon as I got to know of this incident, I called the Assistant Director of Wildlife in Polonnaruwa and all wildlife officials working in Polonnaruwa to my office. I also called the police heads to my office in Polonnaruwa. I told them that he must be arrested immediately and locked up for a while. I told them not to grant bail either. Sometimes if I had not instructed them to do so, they may not have arrested him, produced him in court and remanded him. It may be because of the good I did in the past life that I have held the positions of parliamentarian, minister, leader of the house and general secretary of the SLFP for 12 years. At the same time, I also believe that as a Buddhist, it is because of the sins I have committed in the past life that I have a brother like this.
ඒ වගේම බෞද්ධයෙක් විදියට මම විශ්වාස කරනවා පෙර ආත්මේ මම අකුසල කර්ම කරලා තියෙනවා ඒ වගේ සහෝදරයෙක් හම්බ වෙන්නත්.
Deputy Minister of Industry and Commerce Jayaratne Herath says that politicians who obtained positions for money and became millionaires are embarrassing the government. He expressed this view at an event in Kurunagala yesterday.
Certain individuals who came into our party by jumping from side to side have taken up positions and have become millionaires within 2.5 years. I wish to remind you that politics in the Kurunagala district has been brought to a place where money rules. Today there are various conspiracies with international connections to create problems for the government. There are some people who support these conspiracies from within the government itself. The Deputy Minister noted that apart from parliamentarians, there is a price tag for provincial politicians as well. Back in the day, there was a price tag for parliamentarians. When a parliamentarian crossed over, he got about 40 to 50 million rupees. There were 50 million rupee deals taking place and whoever who crossed had a deal. I wish to state that today this germ has spread to the provincial councils and even the municipal councils. In the Kurunagala district, a member of the municipal council has a price tag of 5 to 7.5 million rupees.
The United Bhikkhu Front charges that the working committee of the United National Party is conspiring to oppress leaders who attempt to journey forward with the Mahasangha on behalf of the country. The Nayakateras of the front state that if this continues, then steps will be taken to issue a Sangha edict against the working committee led by party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe.
The United Bhikkhu Front organized a mass rally in Colombo yesterday. The rally was organized as a first step in the fight to abolish the executive presidency. The United Bhikkhu Front states that several politicians and representatives of the Mahasangha participated in this rally in order to support the fight to defeat a common enemy. Several elected parliamentarians and local government representatives of the UNP also participated in this rally. The United Bhikkhu Front states that several days before the rally, the working committee of the UNP, which is the chief opposition party, took an anti-Buddhist stance towards persons participating in this rally. It is leaders who have understood the power of the Mahasangha and moved forward with that power who have come into government. Leaders who fail to understand the power of the Mahasangha and distance themselves from the Mahasangha have fallen by the way. They have fallen to the situation that Ranil Wickremesinghe is in today. Instead of finding solutions to the situation which has cropped up in the country today, the working committee is attempting to silence leaders who are speaking out for their country and people. We see this as an anti-Buddhist decision. The UNP has become a place where the views of infidels in the working committee like Ranil Wickremesinghe, Tissa Thanayaka, Daya Thalpola, John Amaratunga, Joseph Michael Pereira and Malik Samara Wickrama are being put into action. This is very disappointing.
Sir John Kotalawala Agabetiuri Hati.
When Sir John Kotalawala was the Prime Minister, they spoke of pouring tar on the back of the bhikkhus. Now the Ranil Wickremesinghes are preparing to play the same games that were played back then. Who are they doing this for? This is an anti-Buddhist movement. Now they are trying to hunt down Buddhists because they went for the Hyde Park rally organized by the United Bhikkhu Front. Ranil Wickremesinghe is a half-Buddhist. We will make this clear to the country. He is a half-Buddhist. But if they do not stop these games, then we will issue a Sangha edict preventing these people from entering any temple, vihara or shrine in this country. This will be the next Sangha edict if these games are not stopped.
UNP Southern Provincial Councillor Maitri Gunaratne says that before defeating the dictatorial government, the dictatorial opposition leadership must be defeated. He made this statement at a media briefing in Colombo today.
The opposition leader, who is the president of the International Democratic Union, is burying democracy alive. Democracy in the opposition is being violated with impunity. What should we do? We will inform these organizations about this person's actions. We cannot speak of the government's democracy. We cannot speak about the government dictatorship because there is a bigger dictator in the opposition. My friends, what we need to do is rally to evict this dictator in the opposition. We can point the finger at the government only after we evict this dictator.
මේකාදී ප්‍රතිවයා පන්නලා තමයි අපිට ඊට පස්සේ රජයට ඇඟිල්ලක් දික් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. මේ රටේ හොරකම වංචාව දූෂණයට එරෙහිව
How do you tell the people to rise against theft, fraud and corruption taking place in the country? This is how dictators rule. If talented persons like Maitri Gunaratne and Shiva Laktilaka are being chased away, we will have to take a decision. The decision taken yesterday to chase away these people point to the actions of a leader who has gone mentally ill, such as Hitler and Bokassa.
Issuing a communique, the General Secretary of the United National Party has stated that the report on the UNP parliamentarians and public representatives who acted in violation of the party constitution and the decision of the working committee was handed over to party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe this morning. UNP General Secretary Tissa Attanayake states in his communique that the decision taken by the working committee at the party headquarters on the 12th regarding the rally at Hyde Park was sent to all public representatives of the party as well as the media. It notes that under sections 3-4F of the party's constitution, a decision was taken to suspend the party membership of the representatives who attended yesterday's rally. The communique adds that this decision will be brought up at the next working committee meeting, where reasons could be presented as why action should not be taken. The communique issued by Attanayake further notes that although the media reported that the party membership of the UNP public representatives who attended the Hyde Park rally had been suspended, a final decision on this will be taken by the working committee.
Up next is the newspaper cartoon of the day.